Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. First of all, my thanks to G-Man. He had me on his channel. We had a good old chinwag about Fury versus Usyk and a really terrific conversation afterwards. You know, he's a lovely fella, and thank you very much, G-Man, for having me on your channel. Now, one of the things we discussed was this business with Usyk coming in at 233. And I said during that live that I don't believe Usyk weighs 233. I think it would be a mistake to bulk up like that. I think he may be trying to con Fury, play the so-called mind games guy at his own game. If you look at Usyk, he was wearing a large crucifix around his neck, which I don't know what it weighed, 3 pounds maybe. I mean, well, it looked like a big chunky thing. I could be wrong. But he also had a pair of jeans on with a belt buckle, which was made out of metal, and it's quite feasible he had things in his pockets to sort of to add maybe 6-7 pounds to what his real weight is. I think Usyk probably weighs about 226, if I had to guess. And the reason I have doubts is I just don't see why Usyk would bulk up to 233. He is not going to be as physically strong as a 6'9" 19 stone man, who weighs naturally 19 stone. And he knows that, and his team know that. Now, he could have put the weight on around maybe his thighs, his legs, his upper body. I'd like to see comparisons side on, if you know what I mean, because when you stand on the scales, you see him side on. You see him at the front. He didn't particularly look bigger than he looked for some of his previous fights against Dubois and Joshua, but I'd like to see him standing side on so you can get a picture of the full picture of the dimensions. I just have serious doubts that he weighs 233. I don't believe it. I think he's probably 226, 227. I thought he'd come in about 225. But don't forget, he's also settled into the into the heavyweight division. And he's older. He's 37 now. So naturally he will put on weight, and that will have to be, he's settled into that 221, was 221, 222, I think, for Dubois. That was a weight that he was perhaps boiling down to. In this case, having done the full camp, he's probably decided, okay, I'm getting older. I might need a little bit of extra weight. Not 12 pounds more, which is why I have serious doubts about this. That would be a mistake because that's nigh on a stone, nearly a stone. But it didn't surprise me. It wouldn't have surprised me if he'd come in, if he weighed in completely naked with no jewellery on, no nothing, and he weighed 226. That wouldn't have surprised me at all. 233, I'm not buying it. I don't think it's good. As for Fury, just a quick mention of Fury, 262? Yeah, maybe a little bit light. I don't know with Fury. If he's going to try and jab and move and do all that sort of stuff, can he do it for 12 rounds? I have my doubts. I think Fury's probably physically past his best. His body, with the up and down weight gain and losing it and so on, the crash diets and all that. It's not great, is it? But hey, probably after the fight, we won't even be thinking about weights. We'll just be thinking about the fight itself. So let me know what you think about this Usyk thing, this 233. Do you think it's legit, or do you think he's got some little leg weights in his jeans maybe, or that cross was adding a pound or two? Or you tell me what you think, and I'll have a read of your comments. As always, thank you very much for your time, and please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the like button as well. It's always great to have you here. Thanks a lot, and bye for now.